Hello sporters. Welcome to Endless Sport Time. It is rare for a legendary, or average player, to leave the arena voluntarily. Serena Williams didn't want her career to end on Friday night, at Flushing Meadows, in New York. But, barring a change in mind in the next few months, it's over anyway. Williams' retirement at age 40, came at the brutal hand of her 12-year junior, Ajla Tomljanovic. One of the greatest tennis players ever, lost 7-5, 6-7, 6-1, in the third round of the US Open. It was Williams' earliest exit, since her major appearance in 1998, when she was 16. It was the first draw of this competition. A year later, she ascended to the top of world of tennis, by winning the US Open, the first of her 23 majors, a record in tennis Open era. Williams leaves the game second all-time, at Margaret Court 24. In the eyes of most people, who know and love the sport, Williams claims the status of the GOAT, that surrounds her, since the winner of 23 years of transcendental activity. Considering how she won 73 titles, 367 majors, 4 Olympic gold medals, and redefining what was possible on the tennis court, we consider Williams the most dominant, physical, athletic, elegant, and inspiring player in history. There is no objection to this. Apart from the trophies and records, the greatest thing that can be said about Serena Williams is that, she played tennis like no one before, and at the same time, her style cannot be replicated. Like with all legends, there is a difference in her greatness. Though she was skeptical, she still made it to the US Open. Less was expected of her, than any game she played since she was 16. She personally said that earlier in the week. We can say, it was a bye tour, with no guarantee for more than one game. But as we all know, this is Serena. It didn't stop at one match. She earned her legend as she once again became the center stage in the sporting world, but fell short, in her 21st, and apparently, her final US Open appearance. On September 2, 2022, Friday night at Flushing Meadows, Williams put on a show that will remain the final incarnation of a virtuoso career. Though the outcome was not on her side, and she didn't exactly say what it turned out to be, but she tried to draw a memorable conclusion in her final epic chapter. There is more to discover, and more to gain, in losing. With millions of people around the world watching, and passionate about every swing at Arthur Ashe Stadium, Williams' performance was more emotional than ever. After two surprising, though not so surprising, wins in the first two rounds, we were all stunned. If not, imagine. Could it be something epic? Not at all. But it was something memorable. The way Williams set up the end of her career, was impressive enough to add to her legend. No, it didn't happen automatically. But she gave everything she had. Tomljanovic needed 3 hours and 5 minutes, to defeat Williams in the 142nd US Open. It was the longest US Open game of Williams' career. In the last game of her career, it took her 14 minutes to finish, with 8 deuces, and 6 match points. After a 5-1 lead, Williams was able to put Tomljanovic on her heels several times, turning her into a clear winner, and giving the crowd another shock. But the 29-year-old could not be cracked. The drama of tennis is that, one swing of the racket can spells the end of a match. A point goes one way, and the game is over. Then it goes another way, and we don't know how long the battle will last. Watching Williams and Tomljanovic, the last 14 minutes felt like an hour. And suddenly, it was all over. Williams' somber sound forehand shot caught in the net, was like an inside shot. It was over, just like that. Just 53 minutes in the final set of her career, Williams' streak ended. A unique American sports star had embarked on a marathon of performances, one that came to end. Williams led Tomljanovic, 5-3, in the first set. At the time, it looked like Williams might have a short work on the Friday night, and play Sunday's fourth-round match. Instead, Tomljanovic was able to match big service with big returns. In 3 hours, she tickled the baseline, and sidelines, for at least 12 points. Williams has often gotten used to seeing her opponents miss those shots in her 20-plus years of dominance. The two faced each other for the very first time, that Friday evening. Their only meeting would come in as one of the most memorable Williams matches in history. In a moment of extraordinary candor, from the professional athlete, Tomljanovic said, "She never thought she would win. What she has done for me, for the sport of tennis, is incredible," Tomljanovic said. "I never thought I would have a chance to play her in her last match, when I was a kid, watching her in all those finals. This is a surreal moment for me." Despite Tomljanovic's praise for Williams after the match, she was flawless all evening. Her ground coincided with Williams' fame. She became steadier and more confident as the New York night went by. A day before the final doubles match of her career with her sister Venus, Williams overcame visible fatigue with enthusiasm, her booming voice, and granite-like will. From a competitive standpoint, her last match was exactly what tennis fans could have hoped for. Williams was getting pushed, but she was not buckling. She won't give this one away. The match was very good, exciting, and full of drama. Williams cannot be accused of questioning her decision to retire for the next few months. But don't rely on it. It wasn't the desired result, but the loss was about as satisfying as it could be. Now comes the next step. In addition to being a fashion lover, Williams is above all an adoring and devoted mother. At a post-match press conference, she said that she spent all, except maybe 2 or 3 days, of her daughter's life with her. Great family plans await. The end of a sports star can carry bittersweet for them, but hearing Williams' impromptu farewell speech showed why this is the moment, and who made her a champion. In a courtside interview after the game, Williams took the microphone and told her father, "Thank you, Daddy, I know you were watching." Her voice began to crack. Some tears showed. She said, "It all started with my parents, and they deserve everything, so I'm really grateful for them." Then she said, "Oh my God. These are happy tears, I guess, I don't know." And she added, "I wouldn't be Serena if there was not Venus, so, thank you Venus. She is the only reason Serena Williams ever existed." Eventually, even the strong-looking older sister broke. Cameras caught her wiping away tears. A great American tennis story ended on Friday night in Queens. Few in sports can match the emotional tenacity and irresistible allure of an older athlete who digs deep into her competitive soul and recapture what made her great in the first place. In her last 3 games of the week, we got one last chance to see what made Serena Williams so great. At 40 years old, she fought until the last swing of the racket. We could not have it in a different way. Thank you very much to you, Serena Williams.